thumbnail, which had also been impacted. But they
Bald man,
it was
fight
cool,
back!
So they decided to publish it and send it to their friends.
Alright, chat. The Minecraft horror / Creepypasta Iceberg explained. Piersclub, check them out. Link in the description of the video when it comes out.
I don't think I need to introduce Minecraft to you. The best-selling
I'd
and
like if you
probably
did.
most well-known video game of all time. It's infatuated players since its launch in 2009 with its sandbox building gameplay, but one of the most interesting parts of the
Didn't have to make me feel old by saying the 2009 part, but
game to me is the
I
hidden
don't want to hear
mysteries that
shit
players
from you.
find and
I've been playing it since then.
report
I
online.
still don't want to hear shit
Rumors
from
about
you.
hauntings in the game,
I
stories
was
about
10.
entities living in Minecraft, and probably
Yeah.
the most prevalent, creepypastas, or what can be explained as horror-focused internet legends that
young.
are based in intrigue and fear of the
Shut
unknown,
up.
or what could be hiding in Minecraft. In today's video, I'll be looking at an iceberg image that is meant to explain Minecraft horror and creepypasta.
This isn't that deep.
As we get further in the video and further down the iceberg image, the entities will become less known to most people. So, let's start at the top. This is the Minecraft horror iceberg. Herobrine. Herobrine is by far the most iconic
Herobrine.
creepypasta in Minecraft history. Herobrine first started as a rumor on 4chan, where if you listen to the 13 music disc, you could find an entity with glowing white eyes. A screenshot was posted where you could find the white eyes in a dark cave.
I'm gonna be honest, the whole Herobrine thing, like the whole backstory was crazy to learn about. Where it came from.
This evolved further when a Minecraft forum user and Dolphin posted a similar situation, but instead of it being when the music disc would be played, it would be when the cave sounds would play in the game. White eyes would spread throughout the Minecraft community and evolve into something more familiar to us modern day players. White eyes had evolved from just being the two glowing eyes and everything else not being visible, to a version of the default Steve skin with no pupils or white eyes. In some time before August 19th, someone had modified the story to include the new version of the player character and the name Herobrine, saying it was Notch's brother. On the 31st of August, the now famous story would be posted on
From what I know, he hasn't said it yet. Notch confirmed he had a brother, but was not alive. I think that's true.
4chan's paranormal
I think
board,
so, yeah.
describing a player's first-hand experience with Herobrine. I had recently spawned a new world in single-player Minecraft. Everything was normal as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something moved amongst the dense fog. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor.
What do you mean it's a cow?
It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at me was another character with the default skin,
Really?
but his eyes were empty. The person follows them to the fog, but they disappear. As they play on the world for longer, they see 2x2 tunnels in caves, small sand pyramids in the ocean, and trees with the leaves cut off. They posted their world to the forum asking if anyone had seen this, but their post keeps getting deleted. They received a message from an account named Herobrine telling them to stop. They later emailed Notch asking him if he had a brother, and he responded saying, "I did, but he is no longer with us." The story doesn't stop there, as a streamer named Copeland would stream himself playing where he saw Herobrine. In reality, this was just a retake
I remember this too.
painting, but this was definitely most people's first introduction to Herobrine.
Oh, so when you look at it, you can tell it's a fucking painting.
Stop there, as a streamer named Copeland would stream himself playing where he saw Herobrine. In reality, this was just a retextured painting, but this was definitely most people's first introduction to Herobrine. Another streamer, Padamus, streamed Herobrine near a lava pool, which was a retextured door. He ran away, saved the game, and Herobrine was gone. Funnily enough, Padamus was later talking to his wife about everything being fake, and this was the first person to publicly admit that everything was fake. Copeland, the person from the last stream, was actually in the chat posting links to a website of Steve's face with realistic pupils moving its eyes around. There was text at the bottom of this website, but we'll discuss that later. Herobrine would then become a Minecraft legend, becoming so popular that Herobrine has been featured in official Minecraft
he wasn't
merch and is
official art.
considered a canon character in the game's lore. Summoning Herobrine was also a pretty big part of who he is, as it was an extremely popular rumor at the time. If you had gold blocks, redstone torches, and netherrack, you'd be able to summon him. Redstone torches also are pretty synonymous with him, so if you see any redstone torches around, maybe it's Herobrine watching you from the shadows. Cave sounds. Cave sounds are a feature of Minecraft which can create a horror-like atmosphere. If you're in a cave long enough, you may hear one of these noises.
This is the creepy one.
The way that it works is based on the current mood of the game. You can see this in the F3 menu. A simplified explanation of how this
Yeah.
works is that the game will take a block in a 17 by 17 by 17 area around the player's eyes and
Said too many
calculate whether or
17s.
not it should increase the mood every tick. If the block has skylight, it decreases the mood by 0.001 per skylight level, meaning a cave sound is less likely to play. If the block has a light above 1, it decreases the mood by the block light level -1 divided by 6,000. If the block light is 0, it increases the mood by 1 divided by 6,000. If you're in complete darkness, a cave sound will play every 6,000 ticks or every 5 minutes. I know this isn't explicit horror, but it's honestly one of the first things that I think of when I think of Minecraft horror.
Did not know that at all. Who the fuck figured this out? How?
People with
Warden.
too much time on
The
their hands.
Warden is, in my opinion, the most
Fuck
horror-like
this bitch.
aspect of vanilla Minecraft. The Warden,
Because he fucking one-shots you.
added in 1.19's The Wild update, is an extremely powerful mob that resides in the deep dark cave, made known by the
We also have no lore behind him, like where he came from and all that. Like where the fuck did this whole fucking thing come from?
He just appeared.
Makes sense.
skulk on the deep slate nearby. The mob has the most amount of melee damage of any mob in Minecraft, and attacks with a sonic ray for range attacks. The reason that the Warden is on this list is because of where you can find it, and the effects that it gives you. The Warden's biome, being the deep dark or an ancient city structure,
I
will
do know
spawn
how to
below
farm
light
this
level
bitch
0,
now, bro.
meaning a part of the world where light usually isn't seen beyond torch.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in an ancient city.
I love ancient cities.
On top of this, the Warden will give you the darkness effect, limiting how much the player can see. The Warden attacks only based on
You took
sound,
your glasses
so if
away.
you're silent you won't be found. That creates even more suspense, as even one small chest open can make the difference between life and death.
Okay, hold up. Orphanage?
Soul Sand. Soul Sand is a regular block in vanilla Minecraft and has some interesting lore behind it. You can find
Soul Sand actually has lore? I was going to say,
Yep.
it's just souls. And sand.
it in the nether, and walking over it slows you down, though this can be bypassed using the soul speed enchantment, and it also gives life to the wither. Why is it on this iceberg? Well, all this implies that there are real souls in this block, and when you walk over them, they're pulling your soul down to join them. When you use the soul speed enchantment on them, if you turn around, you'll see souls coming out of the block, with the subtitle saying that the soul escaped when you walked over it. This is also how the wither gains all of its power, using all the
Wait,
souls
so
it's gathered.
soul speed, we're on. With soul speed, we're fleeing souls, we're saving people?
I think so, yeah.
Damn, we're legends.
11 and 13 lore. 11 and 13 are common music
Oh, the
discs
disc.
you can find in Minecraft. Instead of following the standard for a music disc, which would be, music, 11 and 13 are sound experiences.
I'm gonna spat my
11
fucking
has
drink
someone
out.
walking through a cave, stopping
No,
some
he put a
equipment,
dancing
probably
bird.
a flint and steel, using some
I love
paper
the
sanding
birds.
thing, either flicking through a book or a collection of maps, then running over stone, then that changes to dirt or gravel, then the recording ends. We can confirm
There was another thing that was found for this whole, like, whatever, man. I don't
this
care. I can't think of what I'm trying to say.
Version update, and that it's not a map because of the same reason, so I assume it's a book. The disc ends at 1 minute and 11 seconds, which is pretty interesting to note. The disc was also the 11th disc added to the game, so there's definitely something significant about the number 11. Moving on, disc 13 is quite similar to 11. The player is in a cave,
Yeah, it's also my 11th reason.
gets shot at or shoots someone twice, an arrow connects, and this is probably the player getting attacked. The audio cuts out, they get attacked by a creeper, fall into water, climb out, and then walk away. The most interesting thing about disc 13 is that the audio cut. This happens at 1 minute 30 seconds, and exactly 11 seconds later it comes back. There's the number again, 11. So what if we put disc 11 into
Why are we
disc
blinding me?
13, but where that cut is?
Alright.
Then the story starts to make a bit more sense. The player is in a cave.
You couldn't chose
gets
any
shot
other
or
color?
shoots someone twice. An arrow connects. They walk through a cave. They stop to use a flint and steel, flick through a book. Then they run because they've seen something. They run over stone. This changes to dirt or gravel. They get attacked by a creeper, fall into water.
This man
and
has
then
the
walk
most
away.
unlucky luck ever.
3 a.m. 3 a.m. is a phenomenon of Minecraft videos where people record themselves playing the
Half
game
now?
at 3
This
a.m.,
sounds familiar.
which is supposed to lead to ghosts or demons or Herobrine visiting your game. 3 a.m. is the witching hour, which is said to be associated with the devil and supernatural events. Supposedly,
blood
if you play
golem.
Minecraft at 3 a.m., haunted stuff can happen to your
Shut
game.
up.
Well, at least that's what these YouTubers want you to think, but
Oh
in
my god,
reality,
you're
it's
doing
just
3 AM
mods.
challenges in Minecraft? Oh, you're cringe. Sorry.
But who knows, maybe something creepy does happen. at 3 a.m.
Allegedly.
The Orphanage. The Orphanage is an old Minecraft horror map created
Oh,
by Mercy
okay.
in 2014.
I still don't know it,
The
but
story goes that you're on a long drive back to
actually,
your
this path
hometown.
does
You
look
start to
familiar.
get a bit drowsy and not pay attention to what's going on around you, but your car runs out of petrol. Confused and not knowing
That's
what
blood.
to do, you walk towards a building in hopes of finding a suitable shelter, and instead you find an orphanage. This map was pretty famously covered by YouTubers like
Oh, I have
BenTitty
played
and
this
it's
a
pretty
long
scary,
time
to be
ago.
honest. Give it a try if you haven't seen
I'm
it.
gonna say, yeah.
Don't look at the moon. Don't look at the moon.
My window has an
Look at
AC
the
in it.
moon.
I can't.
Was uncovered on a Minecraft iceberg, being at the very
I'll
bottom
look
of
at
it.
it.
Users were very confused with this entry as no one could really explain what it meant. The creator of the iceberg,
Local
Probot748,
58
remastered
reference?
the iceberg and included
That sounds
descriptions
familiar.
of what each entry meant to help alleviate this confusion.
Jesus Christ.
Under Don't Look at the Moon, they wrote, it's not exactly about not looking at the moon. There's a rumor that
No,
there's
don't
a
look
code
at
in
it.
Minecraft that checks whether or not you're looking at the moon, and experiments were made to test it out. Some having disastrous effects, being shadow entities, being set on fire, and world corruption.
You blow up.
I added it in the last iceberg, but it was only recently that I decided to test them out.
The moon
for myself.
clashes into the
No
earth.
shadow entities, but the results were a bit interesting. Attached to this was a YouTube playlist documenting the user's experience with the moon. In the first few videos, everything seemed innocent enough, just testing the moon in Minecraft with unsuccessful results at first. But then they start to get a bit weirder. Go to the End at exactly midnight starts this trend, where they enter the end and all they see is darkness and a different portal sound can be heard. The video looking at the moon the entire night ends with the user's PC crashing after the night is over. In the next video, they load their save and the entire world is now made of endstone, making the world look like the moon, but the moon is still in the sky. In the next video, it's a little hard to make out, but increasing the brightness and contrast reveals that they're standing in a room with item frames with clocks in them around them. They're slowly becoming obsessed with the moon and time. In the next video, it appears to be simple gameplay, but the moon is invisible. Minecraft's music starts to play, but it doesn't feel how it normally does. In this dark setting, it feels haunted almost. In the last few frames of the video, you can also see the player collect a clock. The next and last three videos all have the same title, Look at the Moon for the Entire Night, just like one of the earlier videos. There's a noise that can be heard in the first video, but I personally just think it's background noise and not a siren, but it could definitely be a siren. The second video has the title in all lowercase, and the shaking is much more prevalent in the first one compared to the other two. The final video in the playlist has the title in lowercase with a full stop at the end, which makes it sound more like a command than a personal challenge that it initially started as. The video is different to the others, however. When the moon rises, the cursor doesn't even follow it, but the camera just slowly tilts throughout the video's duration.
You just put the
There are more videos
camera
on the creator's
still.
YouTube channel, Legend Finder, but considering I've got about 20 other entries to look at, I wanted to keep this brief to everything in the playlist. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, go to Legend Finder's YouTube channel to see the rest of the video, or alternatively check out RT60's amazing video on this topic. Entity 303. Entity 303 is a pretty big and well-known creepypasta.
It's also in from the fog.
Known to some old school players, as it came out right after Herobrine and was a bit overshadowed.
I didn't know the lore behind it.
Entity 303 was a former employee's doing, as he was fired by Notch and wanted to take revenge on Mojang.
Damn, man, skills.
Entity 303 isn't really the single employee though, but a whole team of hackers getting their revenge. Entity 303 is a non-existent player that can access every server and causes glitches and destruction across them. The story was created by the Speed179, and on his own personal YouTube channel he goes through the various encounters he had with it. So what did 303 want? Well, 303 wanted to ruin Minecraft and set a goal of ruining it by the end of 2014. Why do I bother bringing this up? Well, it seems that a certain company bought Mojang at the end of 2014. So did Microsoft really want Mojang? Or was this the doing of Entity 303 to ruin Minecraft forever?
Dun dun
Error
dun.
422. Error 422 is a supposed lost version of Minecraft, inaccessible from the game's launcher. The update was supposed to rewrite the entire code of the game, which it did, but had a massive consequence of making the game's code come to life. When you open the update, the game's menu is entirely glitched out, but that's just the menu. When you go into the game, a multitude of random effects will happen to you. There's probably too many to say, and I'll be here for the next 7 hours, so I'll just go through the highlights. Your health and hunger bar are corrupted, so you can't see them anymore. There's no oxygen bar when you swim. The maximum item stack is changed on opening the game. The F3 menu is unreadable.
Really went for the effort of doing that.
Hit randomly. Beds can explode like in the Nether, but the most eventful one is this. This is the entity, or Error 422. It will lock your controls, fill your screen with errors, and crash your game. The story behind this
I've been
entry
just
is
mod
that in
back.
January of 2020, a boy named Alexander was sitting in class when he got this random Discord message from a random person sending a video called Minecraft Error 422 54 45 53.
I'll go
In the
decipher that.
description, there was a download to this version. Music Disc 5 lore. Similar
What's
to Discs
5?
11 and 13, Disc 5 has a lot of lore behind it. The first hint towards this lore is how you get the music disc. The disc has been broken into several shards which you find in chests across ancient cities. The disc starts with a man walking through a cave, evident by the bat sounds around them.
Again, guys, I
They
haven't
light a
found
flint
these.
and steel and walk towards with a metallic banging around them, making it seem like they're charging with an army to battle. We hear a wind whistling sound, and then a deep, almost like teleportation-like noise, before the disc cuts to regular music. Maybe one of the shards doesn't match the rest of them. The disc cuts back to some bubbling and a portal sound. We slowly hear some sounds that are found in ancient cities. The person is breathing with some whispers in the
Bitch,
background.
pause the video. I know the like center thing in Ancient City is rumored to be a portal.
Place blocks. We then hear a sound we don't
There's no
really know
confirmation,
about
though.
and haven't really heard in the game before silence and boom.
Is this the music?
With the boom,
Is this
we
the
hear
music
someone walking on
list?
sand, but because of the pig noises in the background, I assume
Yes.
it's a soul sound. A portal noise plays and we hear ambient noises. With them
This is
placing
number
blocks
5
and
at
a
least.
skulk noise. The warden then rises and then we hear a boss being defeated. The most popular theory about this was covered by MatPat from Game Theory. I can't really go a single video without talking about MatPat, we're just connected at this point. The disc tells the story of how the ancient builders of Minecraft found a way to fight the Wither, which was the Warden, as we hear the boss noise being defeated at the end, but it also nearly killed this old era of people, which pushed them towards living in the end. Barnacle. The Barnacle was a mob that was in the running in the mob vote in 2017. It
Barnacle!
was referred to by Jeb as the monster of the
Hey,
ocean
he's in
depths
the game
and Mob
now.
A, but it was later referred to as
He
the
is?
Barnacle. The Barnacle would
Yeah.
use its tentacle
Or
to
he's
pull
supposed
down
to be
players
coming
deeper
to the
into
game.
the ocean and deal
hope
damage
he's
to them
not.
only in deep ocean
Just creepy.
biomes.
Is that Trappins?
However, this mob ended up losing to the Phantom. The
No,
reason I
Trippin
put
just
this in the
Peter.
iceberg is for one very simple
The
reason.
bottom left?
You have losing to the ocean and
Oh.
deal damage to as much to it only
That's Trappins.
What do they do with my boy?
in deep
We
ocean
didn't get
biomes.
him?
However,
Yo,
this
Pokemon
mob ended up
fans,
losing
you're
to the
garbage.
Phantom. The reason I put this in the iceberg is for one very simple reason. Were you ever scared of Enderman as a
Yeah,
child?
hold
It was
on.
Only in
Did we get the? Is it the Phantom?
Yeah.
Who voted the Phantom over Trappins? And they got Zygote over here.
deep
want
ocean
Trippin.
biomes. Very simple reason.
I can't believe this
Were you
shit.
ever scared of Enderman?
Hey, yo,
Which
Spooky,
to
you
it-
know we almost had Trappins on Minecraft?
Also, Spooky, you're an asshole. Just saying.
You see this? This is Trappins. How did we get the Phantom? This thing is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I do. I
only
can't
in deep
believe
ocean biomes.
Skipping the gym
However, this
tomorrow.
mob ended up
Corey.
losing to the Phantom. The reason I put this in the iceberg is for one very simple reason. Were you ever scared of Enderman as a child? I was. The random teleporting, the static noise, the fast movement, it terrified me. How do you think this kid would have
Ooh.
reacted to the barnacle? I probably wouldn't even gone near the water. Moving on.
Maybe it's best we
No.
don't have that.
Null is extremely similar
It's
to
coming to the
Herobrine.
game now.
Josh was
I'm not
playing the
playing the game.
Minecraft beta and saw an incident that acted very similar to Herobrine,
Things
but
the
instead of
same.
the Steve skin, it
In
was
the
completely
newer
darked out
update.
skin. It wasn't hostile.
You
it
can
never
actually tame
interacted
that
with the
bitch,
player,
too.
and it just stood there, watching.
Yep, I know who this
Some
is.
time had passed, and it seemed that the
You all know
entity
who
just
Noah is.
disappeared with updates. With the new Minecraft launcher allowing people to go back and play older
I don't even know if
versions,
Spooky heard
Josh
you.
went back and played the 1.2 beta of
Probably
Minecraft,
not.
and this was around the same time that Herobrine
He hasn't
started
said
gaining
anything.
Spooky, spooky.
traction. Josh was in a forest mining and saw a dim light in the corner of his eye. He followed it and saw a redstone torch. At the time, Josh passed this off as a prank at the developers about the constant pestering of Herobrine,
It's an
and they
Undertale
continued
skin.
home. At the door of their house was a sign that just said null on it. They thought this was another joke, so they went inside and slept through the night. When the morning rose, they went outside and heard crying and whimpering coming from behind them, but the noise got slowly corrupted and turned into a fall damage noise. They turned around and saw Herobrine, then their game crashed.
Oh!
They stopped playing and later went on to play Minecraft 1.7.2, looking to go past this older bug of Minecraft. They played for a couple days, built a house, and then logged off for a while. Logging back on, instead of being in the house they built, they were deep underground, deep enough to see the bedrock particles from the ground. They walked through a narrow
I did
hallway
what
without
happened, but
light,
that was like a
walked for about
30-second
5
delay.
minutes without seeing anything. They got
Really?
tired and bored and decided to turn
That was
around.
worse than my fucking delayed reaction earlier. I think you have to fucking re-say what you said.
It said, "Fuck you, Spooky. How dare you not skip the gym for Corey tomorrow?"
Yeah, man. By the time we stream, it's gonna be 11:30 for me. I gotta open. I gotta be at work at like 10 a.m., 9:30 a.m.
Making Corey lose sleep.
How'd he do on my own? Well, that's tomorrow. Yeah, we're talking about tomorrow.
I'm gonna jump.
I'm a fist fuck you, man. Oh, tomorrow I can head home early then. You're still getting fist fucked. And I'm only saying that because it's like an award for you. You like it. Throwing a blick at him? What the fuck?
Yeah, throw his PC at.
Fucking Blake comes flying out of nowhere. Yeah, see, Pog loved that. I knew it.
Was met with a wall of stone. They kept going forward and found a redstone
Oh, stone. That's deep slate.
torch. Oh, great,
Mhm.
they said, looking at another
Oh,
cliche of Herobrine. They kept
Great!
going and the torches kept following, being placed a lot more frequently. They reached a dead end with a sign at the end of it, and upon
Says,
reading the
"Fuck you,
sign,
want
another
it?"
corrupted noise started to play. The sound of someone asking for help. They took a screenshot of the sign and quit the game out of fear. It was written in Swedish, so Josh opened Google Translate to translate it.
What was say?
Help! Null is here. Tell everyone about me. Reading this, they hesitated opening the game again, but thought that they might not be able to help this person later, so they should before it's too late. They opened the game.
I can't lie. I saw
and
that
were
horse off the corner of my eye and I thought it was a fucking knocker.
Ew.
teleported in the sky, held up by a single piece of bedrock and eye to eye with Herobrine. Herobrine was communicating through the chat, saying that they needed help. They weren't the evil entity haunting everyone in
Stupid
Minecraft.
already.
This was all the doing of Null, and that Herobrine
Herobrine
was
wants
actually
help.
Hero, trying to stop Null from taking over and ruining Minecraft.
Help yourself, bitch.
Notch.avi.
Who made that theory?
Notch.avi was a mysterious video uploaded by Julius Hader, which was an animation of Notch fighting Null while doing some cool tricks.
Back to Null.
They uploaded the video and thought the video was good, so they shut off their PC and went to sleep before they sent it to their friends. The next morning, Julius opened their computer expecting to see all the first opened programs, but the thing about the video was that it was different. It was in black and white and was making static noises, but you could still see it.
Oh,
Julius
yeah,
was a
epic
little
PvP.
mad, but thought it looked really cool.
Not just getting his ass kicked.
Julius closed the video, checked the thumbnail, which had also been impacted, but they
Bald
thought
man,
it was
fight
cool,
back!
So decided to publish it and send it to their friends. They wanted to check one more time to see if it was okay to upload.
What am I
but
watching?
realized
Fucking
that
2012
Null wasn't in the video
PvP?
anymore. It was just not fighting nothing.
Jesus
So they
Christ.
closed and reopened it.
What are you fighting, your
Each
ghost?
reopened
You're
and
fighting your
changed the
demons.
slightly.
His
At
demon.
first, no
He's
swords,
schizo.
then no swords. Then it was just Notch stabbing the left of the screen in the video ending. Julius was very confused and frustrated, so they left the video for the day.
Not just
They
schizo,
went to
got
work
it.
and came home and decided to
Yeah.
open the video one last time to see if anything had changed. But this time, they were met with something unexpected.
Uh-huh.
A video of Notch realistically stabbing sheep with a sword, with gore and blood coming out
Wow.
everywhere. Notch then looked at the screen and jump scared him with a creepy laugh. Now every time the video opens, Notch does something different.
It could be loud.
Zero. Entity Zero comes from a
I think
tale
I hit
told
that.
by the
Yo,
creator's
Sasuke, what's
father,
up?
Who worked at Mojang. At the time Minecraft was in development in 2010, there was talk about a mob being worse than anything they'd made before, being something that would terrify
mob?
the player, worse than the Creeper, worse than the Enderman, and it was codenamed Annihilation. This skin was a procedurally
That was
generated
not the
skin using
fucking
grey
name.
and white as its color scheme. Unfortunately, as the structure of Minecraft started to get pieced together with the Adventure update, Annihilation had no place in the game at the time, and was locked away until they had a use for it. Annihilation was left abandoned
Lo's sitting in between the kids like he's a kid.
with no such release. But with the rush to release it, a bug was left in the
portal
merged
ever.
Annihilation of the game's code, giving it access to everything. Suddenly, the Minecraft code grew in sizes as Annihilation modified it with its own code that expanded the procedural generation of the game. The developers found that they were unable to change it back.
That's what I like
but
to see. He
thankfully,
MLG'd.
Jeb was able to lock the code of Annihilation so it would never be found by players in the game. Minecraft 1.1 would be able to release, but somehow
I type on a keyboard
Annihilation was
too.
able to get into the writer's father's account and try to make it like that he was trying to bring the code
Actual.
back, which
Bring back
Knock
Annihilation.
did not approve of, so he fired him instantly.
Please.
Annihilation is a rare sight to see nowadays, but the signs of it are RAM usage dropping to 0, warping chunks, and frame rates dropping suddenly.
Why are you dying?
Late. Late is a Minecraft map developed by the Mindmakers team in 2017.
That's spooky them all.
It's a
Wait.
seriously impressive map with custom voice acting, models, textures, and more. It seemed to have fly under the radar as
Almost
I've only
every day.
seen
What do you
many
mean?
YouTubers cover it, which is disappointing because there's clearly a serious amount of dedication and
Never
work
heard of
put
this
into
map.
project. If you haven't played it, I recommend going in blind. Just give it a try. It's really good.
Late.
.exe. .exe is a
Oh,
horror
Willy
game
Sonic
inspired by the
.exe?
likes of Sonic.exe, Sally.exe, or I Hate You. And they all have a lot of commonality.
I've seen all those.
Corruption of a gaming icon, blood in the eyes, jump scares, this terrifying scream.
I used to be scared of this as a kid.
eat it all before you even get there.
Huh?
And just general glitchiness or things from being how they're supposed to be. Shockingly, there wasn't a widespread
Okay.
Minecraft.exe in similar vein to the ones I mentioned earlier,
I love
but
it.
there was a .exe.
You want to know the
entity.
dumbest one that scared me as a kid?
Mm.
Tails doll. I'd see my TV off and see the red light and get freaked out as a kid. Thinking that motherfucker's about to jump me.
Nerys was an employee of Mojang, but most importantly, he was the co-creator of Minecraft. He did a lot of programming for the game and introduced many mods to the
That's
game,
amazing.
with the biggest being an entity named Project Zorro, which could improve the game
Meant
drastically.
Zorro.
Notch agreed and was
He's
very
lost
supportive
already.
of the project, but then found the darker intentions this mob had.
Yeah, I
and
don't even
fired
watch One
Nerys,
Piece.
removing all mentions of him in Minecraft. Nerys then went under the name Entity 505 and began hacking
I watched
Minecraft
30
servers.
episodes of One Piece
Notch
growing up.
found him and confronted him in the Mojang
Is it
I couldn't even
Konami?
tell you what
2-4
character
with
that
Notch
was.
strangling him with a computer core,
Zorro?
resulting in Nerys'
Yeah.
spirit being combined
Yeah, I don't
with
know
the
anything
Project
about One
Zorro
Piece.
code,
The dude with the
creating
green hair and the
.exe,
multiple
which would
swords.
go on to haunt and kill players.
That doesn't
I'm
help
sorry
me
to
when I
break
don't know
character if
anything
this is
about
a very
One
serious
Piece.
video essay YouTuber. Subscribe if you haven't, by the way.
He gets lost over.
But I just love this story
Yeah, okay.
because it means that Notch has fucking murdered someone.
That's a big accusation. Allegedly.
Sanity mod. The Sanity
I
mod is a
hate
mod
the
that
Sanity
implements
mod.
the
That's just
sanity
me, though.
system from the game Don't Starve into Minecraft. Doing things such as killing passive
I don't
mobs,
like the
eating
sanity
raw
mod.
flesh and other bad foods
I
will
don't
lower your
either.
sanity, but
I
sleeping and
understand
eating
how
good
Calvin
foods
loves
will
it.
increase the sanity of the player.
I can't
With the
stand
lowered
it.
sanity, you can find ghost zombies, light seekers, which remove light sources, and in the dark, you'll see a pair of glowing eyes watching you. Into the Depths. Into the Depths is another Minecraft horror map created by SS33.
Oh, I like this one.
You play as an escaped convict who's running from the authorities. You stumble across a cobblestone path and become attacked by creatures who take you to a castle owned by King Arnold and has been abandoned for
fucking
a
King
very
who?
long time. By people,
Like,
at
hey,
least,
Arnold?
not those monsters. As
I think
usual,
so.
it is a very cool map, and these are
Football
all free,
head?
so please go check them out and download them. There's a lot of effort, and it's really scary, so just go play it. It's really awesome. 1241.
Don't know this one.
1241 is an entity that haunts servers and corrupts
Oh, do we just make every fucking Hellblind clone we could?
people's
yeah.
netherworld file.
Jesus.
1241 was first discovered by Jack on Minecraft
Yes.
version 1.12. Jack went mining for obsidian and went back to their house, but it wasn't how they left it. All the
Yeah,
blocks
man,
had
that
been
looks
replaced
better than
with
the house you just
nether-related
had.
blocks, like cobblestone being replaced with nether brick and wood being replaced with netherrack. The house is now empty besides a single shulker box with a signed book inside of it. They thought it was a friend messing with them, but no one was on the server. A user named 1241 joined their Hamachi
Oh my
LAN
God,
connector, which basically
Hamachi.
allowed people to join servers through Open to LAN.
I haven't heard
Jack
that
tried
in
removing it because it ended in
years.
a blue screen of death on his PC. After a reset, Jack got back on the world. With
Chris used to call it
1241
ham and
people in the
cheese.
lobby. They joined the world and they were spawned in the
I just
nether
think
roof.
Chris is free
They
about
could see a
food.
person staring at them in the distance. They pressed Alt F4, deleted the world save, and looked at the logs, which revealed that 1241 had corrupted their base world and the end world. They created 3 updates to their initial post, which one of them
That's
contained a
crazy.
text file with their full name
Interesting question. Have you watched a vid from Wifeys?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
and IP address in it, a second where the computer randomly opens text files, different codes and fonts on them, and the third update where they've sold their old PC and 1241 haven't haunted them since, but they feel as if it'll attack them again someday, but
You
this
know you're being extra and using the word absolved.
time they'll be prepared.
I'm just saying.
You're just trying to sound fancy.
The Ambience. The Ambience is a story about how Steve is being controlled and all the events that play out in Minecraft were decided by someone else. It has heavy themes of free will and taking back or controlling your life, and it's a great little poem. My favorite line in is probably, "You were once in a world. They changed your name and appearance. They took control of you. When they were not there, you were there." It's a great read and ties into a lot of themes that are seen in Deltarune, like you, the player, the person controlling Steve, and Steve was a person
I still don't
before all this
understand
happened.
Deltarune, but
It's
sure.
pretty cool, and I definitely recommend reading the full thing. Ashen. Ashen is a Minecraft map created by Superset and
Never heard of it.
Chopper2112, where you escape a haunted facility by
What
killing
is that?
monsters,
Is it a
but try not to
Pokemon?
go insane.
That's a
It's a
Digimon.
great horror experience, and it's short and sweet as well.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think it's definitely one of the most unique
Yu-Gi-
horror maps
I would
Minecraft
say
has seen.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's not just more story guided and more
It's a
combat
good channel. I
guided,
love
so
searching
definitely give it
for
a
you.
try like all
Wait,
the other
I
ones.
love the searching for you. What doesn't exist?
Bash2313. Bash2313 is a Minecraft hacker that haunts people's servers, with
Oh,
one of the
I
first signs of them
remember
being in
that.
their world being a corrupted ore block. Bash2313 can know where the player
Wait, some
lives,
Sky
and
Wars
send them
out
their IP
here?
address, controls people's PC,
Get
and have
their
unlimited control over
asses!
servers. Signs that
I'm more
Bash2313
invested in
is
this
your world,
fucking
10 by 10
PvP
long
now.
tunnels and caves,
Yeah, I'm
mines
bringing
in
back,
weird
man.
areas,
What the
glitches
fuck?
to your game, your PC crashing, and a black figure standing on a hill.
I'm disliking this video.
Minecraft Alpha 1.016 is a
Joking, I'm
multi-video
joking, I'm
series on the
joking.
YouTube channel with the same name based off of the version. This is, in my opinion, one of the most complex ARGs I've seen for Minecraft. It's very similar in quality to the Super Mario 64 beta archive.
Chat, you guys watch ARGs?
Mm-mm.
No one? Okay, just me.
If you're familiar with that, which is definitely a
Yeah,
great
yep,
watch if
just
you
me.
haven't seen it. It's people
They pop
recounting
up,
their
I watch
experience
them.
with the version of Minecraft. I honestly think it's way too big of a topic for this iceberg and would definitely be best explained in a solo
He's
video.
cheating.
So subscribe to see
I
that.
saw
I'd love
that.
to cover it next time. It starts off with some kids seeing an entity in Minecraft and trying to hunt it down, with the developer jars being involved and so
The
many
fuck
other
kind of
story
hearts are
points.
those?
I definitely
What is that,
recommend checking
sand?
it out. It's very interesting, and I'll
It's
be
the
doing a video
moon.
on it eventually.
It's the moon.
Wake Up.
No.
Included in that Herobrine
Oh, get
website
the
from
shit
the
out of
is a
here.
text story called Wake Up. It has been reported that some victims of torture during the act of retreating to a fantasy world where they could not wake up from. In this catonic state, the victim lived in a world just like their normal one, except they weren't being tortured. The only way the victims realized they needed to wake
I
up
think
was
they
a note
put
they
this
found in
in
their
the,
fantasy world. It will tell them about the condition and tell them to wake
Is it
up.
Wonderland?
Even then, it would often take months until they're ready to discard their fantasy and consider waking
Kind
up.
of sounds like the whole thing
This
of it.
definitely goes into the idea that the Minecraft world that you play in is often a fantasy, and the real story is something else. If this interests you, I'd like to advise a trigger warning if you consider
Chat, if you don't like this, or people that watch the video when it's up, if you don't like this part, I suggest skipping out.
researching the story further, as the original excerpt contains mentions of sexual assault. I really enjoyed the story. The whole concept of waking up is very interesting to me. Maybe Minecraft is like that, we don't really know. There's not much we know about the story of Minecraft, like who is Steve, so this could definitely be something, but I doubt it'll be that dark. I'm adding this during editing, so if my audio sounds horrible, it's because I woke
sounds
up about
horrible.
20 minutes ago. The original version of Wake Up, as I said earlier, does contain mention of sexual assault and has a few lines changed, but the most interesting thing about it was that it wasn't even written for Herobrine or Minecraft creepypastas. It was published to creepypasta.com in 2008, which was years before the entire Broadcast streaming event, so this piece of literature was just kind of attached to this whole event, and really has nothing to do with Minecraft at all. Hi, thanks for watching this
That was it?
video I'm doing. I
Oh,
really
never mind.
Yeah.
Come back to the video. Come back to the video. Bye, bang.
Don't leave.
Yeah, this is it didn't have as much as I thought it was gonna have for
Yeah.
an iceberg. So chat and video enjoyers, at some other point we'll watch another iceberg of Minecraft horror and see what we get from there.